As international society, we have passed through different stages in history, and usually we don't go back to them. We pass through a stage known as the medieval era, where the ecclesiastical hierarchy had all the power in its hands, converting people to its religion by force sometimes, and in other cases, exterminating entire civilizations. We also pass through another stage known as imperialism. Governors, such as presidents, ministers, kings, concentrated all the power in their military forces, so when they won, they could have benefits, better trade, wealth, power, more territory. After World War II, countries relied on international entities, for example, United Nations, UNESCO, World Bank, etc., for international development, cooperation, trade, and especially for international peace. The arrival of Donald Trump to the presidency of the United States makes us think as international society that we can invoke the past at any time, since he has pronounced that he is going to utilize any political, economic, military mechanism to improve the quality of life of the USA citizens. He doesn't think too much about the international treaties. He doesn't take into account the national factors of the United States or international factors. My name is Roberto Carlos, analyst of sociology and international relations, and this time I present the title Donald Trump and his peculiar imperialism. After World War II in 1944, the United States became the most powerful country around the world. In terms of war, the United States had created the most catastrophic bomb that humanity had never witnessed. Economically, the United States currency was the most used for international transactions, since it was the only one that could be exchanged for gold. Socially, the United States products, automobiles, electronics, pharmaceuticals, monopolized the international market. Americans became leaders in many different international entities: UNESCO, United Nations, World Bank. As a result, prosperity and the quality of life of many Americans improved in an extraordinary way. Unfortunately, the bad decisions of the United States presidents, plus the expenses of the United States militia in international interventions, plus the rescue of bankers and businessmen in bad activities, and mainly the economic recovery of different nations, especially the nations of the European Union, China, Russia, India, made the golden stage of the United States go away. Today, United States has a public debt of more than $36 trillion. Since 2000, China began to acquire bonds of the United States debt. China currently has more than $700 billion in United States debt. Today, to be able to buy an average house of $400,000, a family must earn more than $160,000 annually. There is also a social phenomenon known as the working poor class. Generally, people move up in the social stratum when they have a job. Today, there are many people who have a job or two, and they are in a constant bad financial situation. The arrival of Donald Trump to the presidency of the United States and his reelection was inevitable, since people of the United States would like to return to the life their predecessors had in 1950s, 1980s. Apart from the fact that the American electorate didn't have too much to choose from for Democrats' proposal and the Republic's proposal were the imposition of the American elite class. Donald Trump is an extremist. He has made his fortune through wild capitalism, corruption, tax evasion, shady businesses, etc. Donald Trump is a modern fascist. He believes in class superiority. He believes that if someone is born in a certain family lineage, he or she is better than others. Because of his ideology, he can categorize and generalize ethnicities as he wills. From the beginning of his first campaign in 2016, he generalized and categorized the Mexicans as criminals without taking into account any statistics. He believes that all the problems Americans have are caused by the Democrats' decisions. He believes that the United States is superior to other countries. He believes that the United States can take away territories of other countries, as he has manifested that he wants to take Greenland and Canal Panel. He doesn't believe in global warming, and he believes that he is the only one who can make America great again. NATO, which was created by the United States and its military partners to contain the Soviet Union in its ideological war of socialism against capitalism, is currently under threat, and not by Russia but by its leader, the United States. Donald Trump has manifested that he wants to take part of Denmark, since Greenland is part of Denmark. Due to global warming, Denmark has been discovered abundant in minerals and oil, and that's why Donald Trump is very interested to take that territory. The primary beneficiaries of these international events are Russia and China. Over time, these two countries have been expanding the rhetoric of ending the USA hegemony to use national currencies instead of USA dollars in international transactions, as some countries are already doing so. For example, the communities of independent states, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Russia, have been announcing they will cease using USA dollars for international transactions. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa, have been demanding a new world order, emphasizing genuine and legitimate development, cooperation, and free trade, while China continues to lead the technological race with his electronic vehicles, alternative energy sources, and artificial intelligence. Why would an attempt at imperialism of Donald Trump no longer benefit the United States? First, the international structure formed after World War II would no longer allow it. Most of the countries seek international justice, development, cooperation. Second, there is a multiplicity of problems, such as in education, in security, in environment, etc., that cannot be solved by isolation, and multilateral cooperation is needed. Third, there are more benefits in seeking international values than in pursuing selfish objectives. Donald Trump's strategy is updated. It might be efficient in very remote cases, but the real issue are the problems of the United States, which the government has allowed by prioritizing the elite class benefits over the general prosperity. A significant population fails to recognize that economic, social, political factors are no longer favorable as they were decades ago. International competition has increased, and domestically wild capitalism has been destroying entire sectors in education, politics, social values. No president is capable of fixing the USA situation immediately.